there is a massive breakdown. We see that on gold. And what's happening, guys? There's a breakdown on gold, and we might find a good entry in the upcoming. There's a news coming also. We can see sudden breakdown on gold, and that might lead gold to come back to the support again. We will be looking at to see what's happening, why this breakdown. Guys, if you are with me, make sure you stick till the end, and I will be starting the analysis, full analysis. We have seen a big drop here, and I think that might be something we can look at. As the market has a sudden break here, we might see significant a drop in this market on gold. So what could be the reason why the market is breaking down? That we will be looking in depth now in this market. I think due to see what's happening here. So you have seen suddenly there was significant movement on gold, and I would like to see that why this happened, along with many other pairs such as dollar yen also has got a bounce here, and euro dollar has got also a rejection from the top. So there is a significant drop on gold. We'll be looking at from a very different perspective, because if you look at this market, it's in a uptrend. Then if we look at this market is dropping at the moment, so there's something that we have to count on at the moment to see, is this the market is getting a strong reversal here, or it's just another manipulation for bounce again. We see that gold GBP JPY GBPJPY was trending to the upside. We have seen significant drop in this market, and then again price is bouncing back up because GJ was in an uptrend. This market I will be considering for potential bullish setup if we see that. Well, you can see that euro dollar is there was a big drop here. Gold, especially gold, we see that there is a significant drop on gold. All right, so let's keep eye, and in the meantime I would appreciate your support if you give a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day. I will be starting with the full analysis, and as you know that there is a news coming later today, and that might lead most of the instrument to be very volatile, especially the USD pairs. So I will be keeping eye on all of them. So if you guys are here, let me know using the live chat so that I can start the full analysis. Becky, welcome. Tony, welcome. Sheldon, Pele, Becky, Francis, hello, welcome. Wad, Tony, Harry, I see that many of you are here. Welcome to the live session. Let's keep looking at the market to see what's happening. Gold, hello coach here. We see there is a breakdown on gold, and that breakdown we need to look at to see what's happening. Looking at the daily chart. Let's look at the Fibonacci first of all. This is a very overextended market, and as there is a news coming, that news might be giving a good input on gold for a potential drop here. So would like to keep eye on all of them. So I would like to see if there is any trade coming. We will be definitely looking to enter. Here you can see there is there was a consolidation pattern here. I have closed my previous session's trade on profit on gold, and as this market you can see here there is a manipulation and drop, expecting gold to return to the downside here. There is this drop on gold is very unusual at the moment, and that might lead gold to become very volatile. So this is an order block here. Okay, so there is a liquidity here also. There's an order block, and as NFP coming, so this drop on gold might take gold to well below this level. So any pullback is also a good idea to look at the pullback to see where the market is heading. Look at the lower time frame price action, 5 minutes. What's your thought on gold, guys? What's your opinion? Why that gold is dropping such an aggressive manner? Do you have an idea? I would like to know how you are doing about gold. And hello, yes, thank you very much. Naomo, welcome, good morning. Still expecting to drop more base on my current setup. Yeah, welcome. Liquidity grab after retest. The support, look, this drop on gold is very aggressive. So now we need to look at I think we might see a bit of downside here. The way gold has broken down, to me it can have a bit more, what else, the nasty drop, because there could be the price action here is still showing a bearish pattern. because gold does this more often. Like this one on euro dollar also trying to pull back. Let's keep watching, and as soon as we will find that potential entry opportunity, we will be jumping on the trade on gold or any other instrument. And in the meantime, I'm waiting to see USD news. Yes, I am also waiting. Only 15 minutes remaining for the dollar news. I will be posting a poll now to see what you guys are thinking on that. It will fly, I think, because USD stronger yesterday news. Okay, welcome. It's retracing 50% Fibonacci level. Okay, look here on gold. This is the 5-minute chart. Price action looks to me still bearish. Okay, it might grab liquidity here, but I see that there is still potential for locally we see still bearish. With the 1 minute, there is a weakless candle. So 15 minutes for the news to go, and yeah, we see there's a kind of manipulation here. Okay, I would like to see what the price is planning. This is a breakdown, and with that breakdown, okay, so there is a sudden manipulation. So that before the news, if we see a deeper manipulation, this is what we need to see, that the price is doing that manipulation and then breaking down. Okay, so if you look at the 15 minutes here, this is the 15 minutes price action, and if the support is broken, this is the daily chart, price is almost on the daily support. If you look at, this is a daily resistance turning support. I think because it started to break, it's a very overextended market, and the market has completely broken to the upside, expecting to drop at least to the previous daily low. Let's draw that support on gold, and yeah, I think we might see potential to this liquidity zone. There is a probability. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen, so make sure, guys, you always take precaution. I think the way the price action is forming, the chances for the downside is high. So if we find suitable especially strong liquidity candle, I will be looking to sell as the news coming. Just need to be a little bit of patient on that. Okay, euro dollar also showing rejection from the top. Are you guys with me? So gold is here. This is the 5 minutes. We have 2 more 5 minutes candle before the news coming. So you have 7 minutes before the news to go, and Okay, there is a bearish price action forming on, potentially bearish on gold, and with the news it might create another let me bring that up. So with the news it might form another liquidity grab. So we see strengthening on dollar yen. So euro dollar has got a liquidity candle here and then has got rejection. So if we look at gold, you know guys what you are looking at, so we need to be a bit of focused on the market to see the best trade possible in the market. Before the news I was in a buy, after closed it, yeah, now it's, yeah, Jesus, yeah, absolutely, I see the going to okay, look, this is where we can see gold is forming a very long narrow 15 minutes candle which is closing in 3 minutes, and this will be the last candle before the news. So it will be an important point to look at how the news is impacting with this candle. It might um, it might just form a narrow candle and drop, or we could see rejection from here. Data will be an important factor to look at, but let's keep eye on coach. Sweet profit on gold earlier. Welcome Road. Yes, absolutely. Greetings gold. Okay, so we want to keep eye on complete focus to understand what's happening. The way the price action has formed so far, I see that there is a bearish pattern still on my eye. I see that on gold potentially. So if it is breaking down, that might lead gold to come back here below the support level, which could be, if it happens, then we'll see how we can take that move. Well, you can see there is a rejection on euro dollar, so which is a bit of thing that we need to look at what's happening. And let's look at the news calendar. Also important to look at the calendar. So if we look at the calendar here, we can see that there is a which is 2 minutes remaining unemployment claims, and then tomorrow coming which is NFP. That's a big one. All right, so euro dollar is getting a little bit of rejection, but we need to look at, is is this rejection is moving back up again, or it's just forming this pattern. So there's only few seconds left. 40 seconds. Definitely news will be a big game changer here. Spread is going to be widened. It's a bounce on gold. Okay, now with the news, it's crucially important to see is this gold is reversing or getting a rejection here. There's a probability for that rejection, as this market is until we see a clear pathway, we just need to be observant. And I would like to know your opinion. Do you think that gold is going to bounce back up, or it's gonna break down here? There are two probability, because long-term trend is up, but if we look at the data has come out, unemployment claim was bigger, so that has given a little bit of blow to the DXY. And so now it's important to see either the market is being able to revert again on gold. If we look at the DXY, what we see that because the DXY was in a bearish trend, price has got again another rejection here. So if we look at the gold here, gold is can return. can return possible. Market might be going for a sideway. What do you see? Haven't got any entry yet. So we had a previous session, we had a good entry, but at the moment it's still no entry. Let's see how the market is evolving, and based on that we can look for that potential entry opportunity. It's always a good idea to be observant and patient when we are trading. Okay, the seller's pushing that price down again. This doji on gold it's showing that liquidity grab. Very interesting price action. You can see that from gold from 1 hour, what I see that the price action showing still potentially bearish. So from the 30 minutes if we look at, and from the 15 minutes, so there is a bearish engulfer is being formed, is still not closed. But if 15 minutes candle closing like that, which is basically potentially bearish price action, if gold is consolidating in that area, that will be a different story. But I really not finding one thing, that when there is a news every time in couple of days, we see that the market is not breaking out of that consolidation. Instead we see there is a consolidation pattern. So here gold is currently okay. So this is what we need. A complete breakdown will give an idea of what might be happening. So okay, now we see that there is a breakdown here. Okay, so this is what we need, a complete breakdown which is needed. And if we see a bigger breakdown, okay, now from 5 minutes and 1 hour, yeah. How many pip here? Oh, that's a big 51 pip. So gold, if this one closing as a long bearish candle, that might lead gold to keep pushing down. So we have seen a massive manipulation here on gold, and that manipulation might give a bit of negative side on gold. Let's look at what's happening with DXY. Okay, DXY is really manipulative. Okay, gold is having a very nice potential breakdown. Okay, now here you want to see that drop. Price is penetrating the support. Really need to see clean move in this market. This gold is getting very fussy these days, not giving a clear direction. So you see DXY and gold moving in the same direction. It's sometimes weird. It's weird. It's really weird here. Now it's now bouncing back up again. Don't know why big boys are manipulating in that way this market. This is really so the market now returning back again. So euro dollar has got a big rejection from the support level. Trade it here. Now let me see what's happening with the GJ. All the market are very choppy except the euro dollar. Why this market is trending so aggressively? need to look at. So to see the trend, dollar yen, we have seen a very weakness on dollar, while we see GBP and euro is moving up, including the GBP JPY. There is a 4-hour candle closed on GJ, coming on gold. So if we look at this trend line on gold, it's gonna follow this. Okay, so the bullish pattern could be starting on gold. Are you guys with me? I think that the market not finding still any clear direction with the news. Because with this drop on gold, it didn't trend. Instead, we have seen a liquidity grab, and then again it's trying to consolidate in that area. This is not the usual reaction that we expected with the news. Most likely we will be seeing that continuation, trend continuation. So we have seen a complete breakdown on dollar. We could go long position, but it's a very wider stop loss here. and it might even turn around again from that zone. So are you still in the gold trade earlier? No, I have closed with profit. Thank you very much. Still bearish on 15 minutes. Which strategy do you use for daily trading? Well, the very good question. The strategy that I use is TF or trend following strategy with liquidity. So basically, when the market trends, follow the trend. That's where I use my strategy to trade the market in the direction of the trend. Yeah, thank you. Good evening. Which direction is gold probably going to? We see that gold might be, I think gold might take its major trend direction again. We could see that here. You can see the market is now showing that pattern. Euro dollar is very aggressively bullish. So gold is trying to pick up here. Okay, if we find a proper liquidity candle here on gold, we can look for bullish entry. We will be looking to see if there is any bullish entry opportunity. I think gold, you see, from this support level has got a rejection towards the upside, and because we have seen a very weakness on DXY, that might propel gold to bounce back to the upside here. And We need that liquidity. If it breaks that low, grab enough liquidity for bounce, we will be looking for entry. We want to see it has dropped again, taken enough liquidity before bouncing back to the upside. Your USD very strongly bullish. Gold is coming below this. Okay, here if we look at this support on gold, candle closed. Are you guys with me? If you're enjoying the live session, I would appreciate if you give a thumbs up. Really very unpredictable price action at the moment. The news basically has given gold a very strong momentum, and if it is consolidating, that will be really yeah, because you want to see that gold dropped, and if it is grabbing again liquidity here, that's gonna be huge. The previous trade that I had to close. If we look at the overall direction on gold after the news. This is a very this is a complete manipulation, so that manipulation might propel gold price to the major direction of the trend. But now with that manipulation we can expect a pullback. If this is a very long red candle or very sharp drop and a rejection, we can look for buying, because this market basically at the moment it's completely manipulating. So how many pip here? 55 pip. So there are quite a few long peep here. So otherwise we could go for thinking to go long. If the price respect this support here, and if we can take a long with this respect, I'm not taking yet, but if we find that entry, then targeting to this level here, 2300 will be good point. But we need to see gold first head drop again, then we can look for that entry, because we want to see proper manipulation before it made its move. What are the GJ is doing here? So you see that on here, the main point, the most important part of entering a position is to find out when the market started to trend. That's the most valuable thing a trader must know when they're opening position. That's only the task here, is to figure out when the market preparing for a trend. You see that's the rare part in trading. Once you understand when the market is preparing for the trend, you are done, because this is all it. When the market is like breaking out, you'll see the market will prepare for a trend, and then boom, it just reverse and go back to the range again. Now why does the market trend so less and consolidate so long? Can anybody have an idea on that? What's your idea? You see, it manipulated here, broken down, it's almost breaking that low, and again has gone up. Now it's in a sideway in that area. So The only one can excel in this market is by understanding when the market is trending, which is very, very important. And I will be discussing in depth on how you can understand when the market is trending and why it is important that, why it is so important for a trader is to know when the market is trending. So euro dollar is getting a bit of rejection. This is really, really ridiculous. Euro dollar is getting a liquidity candle on the 5 minutes. Is it gonna sell? So euro dollar has got a formation of a liquidity candle, and okay, so here we can see that euro USD has formed a liquidity candle from a important resistance. I will open a sell position on euro USD with only 6 pip stop loss on that, and I will be targeting here to this neckline, which is 221. So my stop loss will be at 1.08710. It will be sell by market from here, and TP target will be to this neckline. It's against the trend trade, so it could happen anything. So make sure, guys, you do proper risk management, which is very, very essential that you do that risk management. Now if I look at euro dollar 5 minutes chart, so I'm selling euro dollar with only 5 pip 6 pip stop loss. So it's only 6 pip stop loss, as this market has got it may just keep pushing high again, which is possible because it's a long-term bull, but just for only 6 pip, because what I'm expecting euro dollar to come back down to this neckline to retest. And yeah, if we see that one more drop, we can take that profit out of the table. What we can see on gold is the other way around here on gold. Yeah, so this is a might not hold. It is not holding. We might not hold. 1 pip more. Only 6 pip, guys. Don't trade without a stop loss, so make sure that you always take care of that. And still on the trade. This is a very strongly uptrending market on euro dollar. I don't know why this market is getting so hardly bullish. So it didn't work out. 6 pip gone, no problem. I'm out with the trade. We'll see what's happening. If we look at gold, the USD didn't hold it. It's just pushing high. We will be looking for another entry. Gold market is, so volume mostly going to euro dollar instead of gold, we see that. And gold might be changing the trend again in that area. Are you guys with me? We see that GBP is bouncing while dollar yen is moving down. GJ had got a bounce from here. GBP also getting stronger. GBP USD. So the market trends very little time. That's where all the things happens. Okay, so the market trends very little time, and when the market trends very little time, you'll see that the market will give you a very smaller period of time to predict the market and then to take the trade, and as soon as the news been released, everything is gone. You see that the market stopped trending, started to move in a sideways. So before begin this session, I had a question that why do you think that the market normally trend very less? What's the reason behind it? Do you have an idea about this? Is that the market trends only 30%. I would say that 20% of the time, 70% of the time the market moves in a sideways. Welcome. I see GJ is going double tap. Okay, break even. Thank you. So USD bears, dollar yen you will be looking at. Clean break and retest on gold. Initial jobless claim. Okay. Well, team US30. Check. Well, so please look at US30. I will be looking at this. It's in the market. I go to US30. Grab liquidity 4 hour. Okay, thanks in advance. All right. We'll be looking at US30 as well. Let me see. So where is US30? So US30 grabbed massive liquidity. Yeah, here is the liquidity candle. If you are not sure about the liquidity candle, we do I do conduct VIP Zoom classes explaining the liquidity candle, how you can find those liquidity candle. And if you are not sure about that, I would recommend you to go back to your signal channel. In the VIP signal channel, you'll find all the classes that has conducted based on the liquidity candle. That will give you a bit of clear idea of what is liquidity candle. So here US30 from the 4 hour, this is a liquidity candle, has formed this candle, and the market now trending. So it's a long-term uptrend, and you can see it's a smooth trend line. The market has got a rejection. Expect you to go that in the top of the resistance level. So if you look at, this is the resistance here, this is the support here, textbook and grab liquidity, we might see that it's going back to the resistance. So let me look at again on gold to see what's happening. Gold market, the trend is very stronger at the moment. So and because the trend is stronger, if we see any liquidity grab, we can look for potential entry. Until the NFP, we might see that gold might be ranging here. So tomorrow is NFP basically. Until tomorrow, we might see gold is doing that range like that, and then with the NFP, we might see another flight or complete reversal. So NFP might make gold to create a new higher high or a complete reversal. Any one of these might be happening. At the moment, we see that it's trending to the upside. So we need to look for an entry opportunity. Okay, gold is moving up again in that area, and most likely we'll see now Eurusd is very ridiculously trending. Let me see the JJ. Dollar yen is, this market has lost its clear pathway. If you look at the daily, dollar yen was in a very good trend, but has become very choppy in that whole timing. So it's fully choppy here. most likely until NFP we might not see very good move. Let's try to understand what it is doing. It's preparing for liquidity grab from the support, not being able to move up, it's forming long week candles here. It's basically preparing for, yeah, it just has broken that low. Now we could see again retest. There is a chance for GBP/JPY dropping. This market, why you want to see that GBP/JPY dropping? Because it's an uptrending market. From that triple top, we look at the daily. So today didn't move much, but if the market dropped to the daily support on GJ, we can look for potential entry. There are a couple of liquidity candle here form on GJ, and like the gold. Okay, it's dropping now here, and yeah, that's what we were waiting for, the drop. Might come back below this level. So if this candle is straight drop below this level, that's where gold might take massive liquidity. Come below the 4-hour support. You see, the market doesn't trend majority of the time. So this is a very difficult, when the market doesn't trend, you're gonna be very confused. And trading in a market when the market not trending is basically, it's almost impossible for you to make money when the market is not trending. So how can you know that a market is trending or not trending? Another thing is when you should expect a market to trend. It's the question that a trader must answer to be profitable as a trader. So this drop, okay, that's a big drop. Okay, let it drop in that direction. Okay, now I will be opening buy on gold from here. Stop loss will be a couple of pips below this level, targeting here uh, 2221, and this is a gold buy trade, and it's a bit bigger stop loss, so make sure guys you do the proper risk management. It's very important. If your account is smaller, then I don't recommend you to open any position on that, because it's gonna be, it's gonna be a bit of bigger stop loss, so you can stand on it. Come on, where is my... So I've opened buy on gold, and here if we look at this market, it has got below this level, there is a high liquidity. Okay, so I open very smaller lot, guys. If your account is smaller, not recommended to open more than 0.01 lot. So here it is gathering liquidity. I even would prefer to keep even bigger profit target and holding it, whatever happens if it move up, and then let the market to give you the profit that you need. So we are, I have just entered into the profit zone here, but I will be holding the trade. We see a bounce on gold here, and you're running some profit here. fact, we will run this on another account. So the market might do a bit more of manipulation here. It has gone to the profit zone, but here it's important to see what the market might be doing. I think because there will be the NFP coming up, expecting gold to bounce back up to the resistance level again. Running in profit here. It might feel that week now, might feel this week. Okay, so we are running in good profit. Are you guys with me? So we are running good profit on gold. Is the liquidity candle always against the overall trend? No, liquidity candle can be with the trend, can be against the trend depending on where the candle is forming, but you know, always to look for the liquidity candle to trade in the direction of the trend. That's the best practice to do. So now here we can see there is a bullish price action has formed on this zone here on gold. position to run. Okay, now this market on gold is not very nicely trending, but we are running good some profit here. This is, if we want to hold that profit, then we need to take the risk also. Okay, there is a bounce which is good here. There's a bounce here, and what's happened, there is a bounce which is in our favor. Are you guys with me? Okay, here it is consolidating, also it is trending on euro dollar. This market might make a bit more clumsy price action here on gold. After this 15 minutes candle has got a rejection here. Now, is it forming a head and shoulder and breaking down, or it's bouncing back up? That's the question that you need to answer at the moment. For me, there are two probability, both of them, because long-term trend is up. It is possible for gold to return to the main direction of the trend. This is the most very choppy market that I have seen. After such a high impact news, the market should be trending, but anyway, we see that there is a very choppy. I think it's gathering liquidity for NFP, and NFP might make the things very volatile. So far we are on profit on this trade on gold, and I want to hold it so that we can cover the euro dollar trade also. And if the market move well above, then we'll be taking some profit and moving the stop loss at entry. And in the meantime, what we can see is that Okay, now that's really interesting to see. Okay. There are two probable scenario. It might break further in that direction, okay, which is possible. It might just keep pushing high again. If this one is closing like a narrow candle, which might form a head and shoulder and then drop, the other probability is just to continue to the major direction of the trend. One hour candle is a bit more clearer to see. What's your bias? Do you think that gold is gonna go up or it's gonna drop? If we take the Fibonacci here, this is a move on gold. Let's take the Fibonacci, and it's at 50%, but it's forming a liquidity candle. Like if it is not going to trend, if gold is not going to trend, then it's not a good idea to hold that trade for bigger profit. That's not a very nice looking price action. So I'm running in a little bit of profit here, but I'm going to exit the trade at a little bit in profit. It's not a very good price action. I exit, okay, because it's not trending as expected. I exit, okay. I have exited and with little profit. We'll be entering again another trade, but it's not trending. You can see it's very choppy, and that kind of price action is sometimes very it will just take your stop loss. I don't want to run that kind of price action. Expected to bounce and it's not trending, so it might now fill that zone and even could come back down further. So I would rather look at what other pairs are doing. We see that Gbpusd were choppy. Dollar yen has dropped and then again trying to pick up. I would like to see from the daily perspective. Okay, gold is forming that liquidity candle here. Exit with the gold trade. It's not trending. Okay, so it might move in a very narrow range. Gbpusd here. To go another trade also. So is that New York session coming up? So you see that there is a bit of break. So what market is open now at the moment? Titanium here it's carrying, forming a liquidity candle. Okay, and that's might bring that price. Why do you see that euro dollar and gold? Okay, so would like to see what gold is trying to do, guys. I'll take a 1 minute break, coming back to you in just a matter of 1 minute, going to the washroom and coming back. Hope that you guys are here and let me know. Okay, so the gold has got a bounce ultimately from that level. We've closed the trade and the market has got a bounce exactly in the direction that we expected. As this is very absurd, isn't it? Anyone is still on or holding that trade? Samir Mishra, 2270. Is there an order block in gold 2272 and buy zone locally at 2386222? Yeah, so gold might, if because it bounced, it might now keep pushing high up to 2300 level. So that's finally started its trend. So are you waiting for gold to trend, and only thing happened is that when the market started to trend, started a breakout, it just goes one move and then start to consolidate. So to take the full advantage of a market, it has to trend. So we see the market more often giving us a very clumsy information, and if we see the trend has started, we will be entering again. And in the meantime, I believe that guys, you are enjoying this live session. If you are enjoying, I would appreciate your support by giving a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every day. So euro dollar, gold. Okay, gold has got finally a bounce with this. So because it has got a bounce, if you look at the 4 hour, is in manipulation here now. GBP USD trending, GBP JPY, dollar yen, euro dollar. So we can see that. Let's quickly look at a bit of the overall picture in the market. We can see that dollar Swiss franc, with the weakness on dollar Swiss franc started to break from that level. This market was in a bullish trend for a long time, and we can see that dollar Swiss franc also trying to break in that direction. If we look at the weekly chart, this market was in a bullish trend. It's also coming for a deeper pullback. So euro dollar is trending very aggressively. It was unexpected trend. That's a massive bullish trend. And if we look at all the instrument that I want to see from the swing perspective, AUD NZD also trending, NZD USD trending, AUD USD also a very strong bullish trend on AUD USD, Euro GBP also trending. So majority of the instrument currently trending. GBP JPY, dollar yen, dollar yen not trending at all. GBP USD has got a liquidity candle and now it's bouncing up again. Dollar CAD with the NFP coming tomorrow, we have seen a complete breakdown here on dollar CAD from the daily. We see the market has broken down here. So from the weekly, we can see that on dollar CAD from the weekly, Euro AUD also might be returning in that direction. Okay, gold might, before NFP, we might see another bounce on gold. We see that the market basically after multiple manipulation has got a rejection here. So gold finally has been able to bounce back up. We'll be waiting for a clean trend in this market, which is very important for us to see. US30, okay, today we can see that meltdown on US30 was juicy, really. What bounce on gold? Yeah, we can see that bounce. You don't see that, this one on the lower time frame, we have got that bounce. I don't go. Yeah. I don't know. It's very cold here. Are you in summer or winter? I live I live on the other side of the globe, so when everyone is in summer, I fall in winter. I'm in winter now. Are you guys in summer or in winter? I got in GBP AUD buy with a small lot. Got gold profit, book 2294. Okay, see, you booked at the top. That's very good. Close on profit, hold the trade, close some position already. Okay, well done, well done. It's buy on gold active. Okay, so here we have the market managed to break out, but until with the NFP we will be seeing the real move. At the moment we can see the market basically trending, but not as expected. So if we look at the gold, we have seen quite a bit of consolidation here and confusing market, and then has got a bounce. Now expecting it to remain bullish, because I think that NFP might make a big change in the market structure. So looking at the 4-hour, you can see here, let me delete that to see. This is a move correction. The market structure is bullish. We can expect further upside. If we look at the daily, so far in almost the whole day, the sellers couldn't create a new pattern. So the overall, if the daily candle closing like that as a half body half week, which is basically in this very strongly uptrending market, that might propel that price again to the upside, because it's a bull market. And that's what made gold to keep pushing high. If we look at dollar yen, it's a very choppy. I don't want to look at that market at the moment. Gbpsd also was trending, but today there wasn't much bigger move, so that might take for tomorrow. On GJ we might see tomorrow the price again breaking out, but at the moment we can focus on gold to see on gold and euro dollar, because this market is trending again. Now I mentioned in the beginning of the session that what makes you, or what makes the market to trend, and how do you know that, or why the market doesn't trend all the time? Also a very good question, isn't it? Being curious is key. Being curious is always key, because when you are curious, you actually understanding how the market moves and everything. Okay, so if this market is trending, then only you will see that a clean move. Okay, so the reason that we need to understand that why the market, you know, trend only very little time. Very simple, because when the market trend, everyone makes money. When the market moves in a sideways, everyone lose money. So that's why the market trend very little time, and the market move sideways for extended time is because when the market moves sideways, everyone lose money. That's the upside, isn't it? So that's why the smart trader, they wait for the market to trend, and then you can take that trade in the direction of the trend. And I will be also discussing in depth on when can you understand that a market is now going to start the trend. That's the question, isn't it? If you have a strategy, if you know, the next thing you need is to know that the market is now started to trend. This is what I will be also discussing in depth. Okay, so before I go to that, absolutely thanks for joining this live session. And also, if you want to join the same broker that I am trading, you can find a link in the description. And also I can give you a link in the live chat where you can use that link, and then you can click register, and then you can start trading. So I have given you the link. You can use that link to register, and then you can start trading with the same broker that I'm trading. And also, if you are joining our mentorship program, then you can also get access to all my trade via, if you are using the same broker, you can see all my trade and with entry, stop loss, and take profit. I can share with you all of them. So that's an added advantage where you can use that. So now let's see why the market trend very when you can understand that the market is preparing for a trend, when you can take that in your favor, that the market is preparing for a trend, I'm going to ride that trend. When do you know that? Right? That's a very important question. So do you have got an idea about that? When do you know that the market is preparing for a trend? No one can know certainly, but there are some clues that you can look at. There are some ideas, clues that you can look at to understand if the market is preparing for a trend. So this is what we will be discussing here. It's ridiculously choppy market. It needs to reject. So looking at to see with this liquidity grab, the market managed to bounce and then it just got another rejection here. Euro dollar getting a little bit of choppy here. Okay, euro dollar getting choppy, and we can see that in all of them, gold also getting a bit of more choppy. You see with this one candle, and then it's getting again choppy here. So the market needs to trend very aggressively, otherwise we will not see that bigger move, but we'll be looking to see, in fact, if the market is bouncing off this level. Because you see, when the market trends like this, it just move a big, create a big move and then keep trending. So if it is preparing for a trend here, we will see that things happening, expecting it to do so. If not trending, then we might see it's again breaking down. Are you guys with me? Thanks for joining the live session, guys. I would appreciate your support if you give a smash, if you smash this like button, and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I'm posting every single day. Okay, gold is trying to break out. I wouldn't say it is breaking out, but it's trying to break out. So if it properly breaks out, then we could see a good move in that market. Because if it is breaking out of that structure, we might see the market is going back up to that resistance level again. Most likely you will see potential trend, which is a good sign. So here we entered that gold trade. Basically that market started to bounce. Now If it breaks out, then expecting it to go up to the daily resistance level here. Okay, well done, well done. We see some pickup in movement. Almost is our initial TP target. So our decision on gold bullish was in the right direction. So now let's look for potential entry opportunity. Because the market has managed to bounce off this level, I would like to see that if there is an entry for us. As soon as we will find it, we will be looking to enter. There is a big bounce, and euro dollar also sliding, trying to pick up. Gbpsd. Okay, so here we can see there is a bullish candle on GJ from the 30 minutes, also bullish candle from the date from the 15 minutes. So it formed a bullish pattern on GJ. We need to find an entry. Gold has broken this resistance level. Can keep trending to the upside here. And guys, I would appreciate your support if you smash the like button. If you are liking this stream, there is a lot of educational content that also you can find in the channel. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I am posting. Welcome. Why is it always take a small profit? Why is it that I always take a small profit from the entry when I exit? The market goes to big profit if there was an entry. Please give me any solution. Chamika. Well, a very good question, right? So why you take a smaller profit while the market is going well? This is because of the fear. Okay, so it's because of the fear. Fear is keeping every trader stuck, especially when in the beginning of your trading journey. So how does the fear impact the trading? Well, you might say, okay, fear, why am I taking a smaller profit with fear? Well, that's called the fear of losing. So when the market goes in profit, let's say you open a trade with $100 risk, $500 profit target, the market has gone to $300 profit and then has come back to $1 profit, right? So you got the $300 profit, you didn't take it, it has come back to $1. Now it has gone to $10, and you probably are thinking, okay, in the past I didn't take it, I didn't take the profit with $300. Now it's gone to another $50 or $20. Let's take it because ultimately I might lose that too. So the fear of losing what you already have, and that's also, according to research, that's also um, you know a big obstacle for many traders to not only traders, any person to grow in a personal growth. Fear of losing what you already have also have a big impact, because anything you want to learn or grow, you have to invest time and also money. And that's where, as a rule of thumb, everyone want to hold on to what we already have. So you see that people respond to like more on holding on rather than taking a little bit risk to grow and to learn. So this is what exactly as a trader need to master. Okay. So that's what a bigger perspective that need to look at when you have a very stronger trading psychology. That's where you need to know that when, and also there is another reason, a big reason is to remain disciplined. Because if you are not disciplined, then what will happen? Let's say you open a trade with multiple risk, and when it is going to a little bit even a minus, that might make a lot of reaction inside. So hope that makes sense. So how can you overcome that fear of losing what you already have? By learning to manage the risk. Okay, that's what the key here. Hope that makes sense. And here is what we can see on gold. This is a complete breakout from that level, and lower time frame price action from 5 minutes. It's got a bounce, expecting it to go back to the daily resistance. It might go back to daily resistance now. It's almost approached that daily resistance. Might now retest the daily resistance, going up and going to 22 or 2300. Then it might try to return back up again, back down again. So there is a liquidity. You can see there is a wickless candle here. So this is a liquidity zone at 2300. The market might now try to retest that liquidity zone, and then it might move back up again. But guys, are you with me? Thanks for joining the live session. I would appreciate your support if you give a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every single day, including live analysis, live trade, and also strategy education that also over the weekend I post. Okay. Do you get any more upside? You wonder. It's gold. It's already made a good move now at the moment. Need to see. I think it might try to retest the daily resistance level here. Okay, so it got a rejection from here. At the end of the day, what we could see, the market might be bouncing up to retest that level. So expecting it to break the daily high again, which is the 2305 level is the daily high. And you see almost 2/3 of the day is gone. The price, the bulls are very stronger in that market. So which is a sign that even if this daily candle closing as a doji, it might close as a green candle or as a red candle. The next one could remain bullish, so the bias is still potentially to the upside. Now here it is on the 15 minutes forming a very narrower red candle. Okay. Rejection here. So gold, you can see this is a resistance level, has broken, testing as a support. Can I buy gold now? Trading is a game of probability, win big, lose small. Absolutely, absolutely. Suppose you're correct. Fear is the main thing here. I have closed gold in profit 22.95. Okay, so it has gone well above. Yeah, this is, it's a learning game. It's it's the other way around. Okay, you need to accept yourself. See, this is where also the missing piece of the puzzle, right? Until you accept yourself, you may not be able to go to that point where you are performing at highest. We are human being and we have the same kind of thinking, right? Same kind of emotion, especially to everyone, almost. So, and you need to allow that to happen. If you stress that, okay, why am I taking a smaller profit? I have to take bigger profit. What you resist, persist. let yourself to be, and then be aware of that. So that's how you can slowly change or transform from one identity to the other. It's all about shifting identity from a non-trader to a trader by accepting, knowing, and then allowing, and then let it go, become something else. So that's how you can shift from one to the other. There is a saying that if you have never had something, then you have to do what you never did. So belief is key here. You have to accept the fact that you are still not a trader, right? Like that. So if you are still not a trader, then what a trader is look like. And what a trader is look like, then you need to first understand how a trader trade, and then bridge that gap between current and what you want to be. And that's how you can shift from a non-trader to a trader, a losing trader to a profitable trader. Are you with me, guys? Let me know if do you want to be a profitable trader? By saying also you are pushing that gene within you to work for you. Okay, you see that if you go to the sea beach, or have you ever seen that sea fish or anything like that, any kind of sea creatures, how they live with the predator? You'll see that when the color of the sand is purple, the sea creature form a purple fur in their body or anything like that, so that they can suddenly take the shape of the sand to hide from the predator. Why can do that? Is the nature is helping them, because they want to survive in that environment. So when you want something desperately and you want to be on that, then your gene will start to change to adapt with the new being. So you need to want it. Is very important. Wanting is the key. All right, so you see that gold is pushing high here. That might now go back up to the daily resistance here, 2305, or even in that direction. So here is, after this big bullish move, this is really interesting to see. So if we look at the 1 hour, that 1 hour candle is getting bigger. Okay, here this is the 5 minutes candle. From the daily resistance, it looks like that it's getting a little bit of rejection from the daily resistance, and if it is not trending, then can't do anything about it. It needs to be trending for initial bigger move to the upside. Euro dollar is choppy here. Okay, so majority of the instrument, what we see is gold is there is a long wick candle here. Okay, it form another long wick candle. After breaking this low here, this is the 15-minute chart on gold. This red candle. Okay, so this one expecting to be bullish. There are two liquidity candle here. As an if I'm trading aggressively, I would look to buy here, but at the moment it's on the daily resistance, so we have to be a little bit of patient. That's now trying to break again. The trend, the length of the trend is very low. Hope that guys you're enjoying this live session. I would appreciate your support if you give a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Press that bell notification so that you are not missing out any of the content that I'm posting every day. Now here, this is the 1 minute chart on gold. Just looking to see how the price is reacting. There is it's a huge liquidity grab here, expecting it to return to the upside. If it breaks in that direction, There's a not being able to break that high, so it might now drop in that direction. Total slowly breaking down. Gold is now getting rejection from here. It's ridiculous. Okay, so here, if this 5 minutes candle on gold closing as a bullish, even as a green candle, narrow, even narrow doji, we can expect upside. But if it is closing as a red bearish candle, then we might see that downside momentum. Did not expected that much of drop here, but it might now even drop here to test this neckline here. There is an order block, support, this resistance turning support. Have closed gold in profit. Thank you, well done. Wow, gold is still flying. Yeah, we can see that, but here it's approaching the daily resistance line, and that's where the price is getting kind of a rejection. $95. Okay, so there is a long week candle. Okay, now initial that now might try to retest here. Okay, so when the price is consolidating, how do you identify that the market preparing for trend, right? When the market started to do a lot of manipulation. Okay, so when the market consolidate, and then you'll see the market will consolidate and then will start to manipulate in both direction. All right, so that's where you can think of that the market will fly up. So let's say the market is doing like that, okay, consolidating, and then had a breakout, okay, has come back down here, and then doing like that. That's where you can expect a big move, because when it manipulate on both sides, especially if you identify the major direction of the trend, and once you identify the major direction of the trend, and then you know that the major direction of the trend, let's say up, right? In the past the trend was to the upside, and the price consolidating suddenly has broken out again, has broken down, and then gathering liquidity. So basically it's the sign that the market is preparing for a trend, and it happens more often. You see that. So basically when the market, in one word, started to manipulate in all direction, this is where the market prepare for a bigger move, especially when it does in both sides. It's where you can keep eye on. And more in-depth understanding also, I am conducting few Zoom classes every weekend, and also this weekend also will be conducting the Zoom classes in the VIP community. If you want to join us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy to learn and grow as a trader, also you can find a link in the description for the website. We have NFP sale going on. There is a 70% off that you can join today to learn us, to stay with us. Let me share with you the coupon which is ending. You can use that coupon on the website checkout, which is the around additional $200 discount on that. So let me share with you that. And also you can once you are on the website, just click join now button, then you will be able to join us. Any question, don't hesitate to ask using the live chat in the website. I will be able to help you there for all questions that you have, and I would recommend you to do so that you can access everything that we have in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So here we can see the market from the lower time frame, from 5 minutes on gold. After this rejection, it has come down to fill that long wick here, which now might lead the price to drop or move back up again. Euro dollar is slowly melting. Gold also might be coming back down again. The market is today is not because of the NFP coming. So you know that NFP is always very important, and so with the NFP we can expect a huge move in the market. And as NFP coming, I will be covering NFP full. We will be trading tomorrow during that NFP, and also just after the news release. Always the market make a big move, we will be taking that move all together. We will be trading together, guys. So don't miss out that NFP trading together. If you want to join us also in the mentorship program, where you can learn and grow as a trader, also you can use that coupon which is ending for that's how you can get more in-depth understanding of all the strategy that we are trading in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. So with that being said, guys, thank you for joining the live session. We are almost 3 hours in this live, and we had an early trade on gold. We closed earlier. I I was not expecting it to drop that much far, but it did. So now at the moment, as NFP coming tomorrow, will be also I'll be coming on live twice during the London session and NY session time. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would recommend you to do so, and also press that bell button so that when I'm coming on live, you can see all the updates and everything. Join the free Telegram channel, link below this video in the description. When you join the free Telegram channel, you can also get access to everything, all the promotion and all the things that you have. And also let me share with you the free Telegram channel. Stay connected by joining the free Telegram channel. I'm giving you the link in the live chat. You can use that and join that free Telegram. Stay connected. So with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this live session. You learned something from here. Make sure you stay connected. Always do the risk management and also stick to your trading plan. With that being said, thank you for joining the live session. I'll see you again trading live together. Before I leave, and also if you want to join the same broker that I'm trading, you can find there is a link in the description for the broker. You can use it to start trading with regulated broker. So with that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you again.